Hi everyone, I'm Joe here with E Bikes 420, and I'd like to show to you my bike. This is my Fox 20 from RTG E Bikes. It's a 2022 model. I have it fully customized. I removed the saddle and put a scooter saddle. It's much more comfortable, and it has actual springs that actually helps you retain more comfort, because the back it's a what do you call it, solid back. I also added this trunk from Humcom, and it holds okay. You know, it could be a bit bigger in my opinion, but it's not bad. It's waterproof, and a big huge reflector in the back that really helps cars see you at night. I also put the turn signals, and sometimes the car sees them, sometimes they don't. You know, it all depends on the people, if they're more vigilant or not. If they actually look where they're going, they'll actually see the flashers and respond to them. I also put my Fox 20 Joe personalized license plate, and I put the month and the year that my warranty ends. I've owned this bike almost 6 months, and I've already put on over 5,600 kilometers just riding around, having fun with it. This is I like how when I got it, it came with the fenders, and it came with the rack already built on it, and I like how it's got the 4 screws. You know, it's really strong, it's solid, it can hold over 50 pounds of weight. It's pretty good for a small bike. The kickstand, and then it has that thing on the bottom right here, and that's if I fold it. It's like a leg, so it sits on it, but I don't fold it, because if I fold it, then it conflicts with the trunk. So I have opened it up, like pretend to fold it, but I never actually folded it. I also have turn signals in the front, one there and the other one there. I originally had them over here, but it kept moving and it just looks stupid, so I think it looks better there. Those turn signals they don't come with the bike, you have to buy them from Amazon. Same with the trunk. The saddle, I got it from an old scooter that I bought from Best Buy. I didn't care for the scooter, but I like the saddle. This is my horn / alarm, so it lets people aware that you're coming if they're cutting you off or something, or if pedestrians decide to jump on the bicycle lane and they don't look right, they just expect people to stop for them, so it lets them know that you can't stop for them. I also added a mirror from Canadian Tire. Actually, it's a super cycle mirror, but I like it. It works. And that's the button for the horn right there. That's my thumb throttle, which I use sometimes, but it hurts my thumb, so it's easier just to pedal assist 3 and go 20 odd kilometers an hour. That's my display, and when I turn it on, I have a passcode. I'm gonna put the passcode in there right now off the camera, because no point having it if the whole world can see it. There you go. That's my display. There's the time up there, the battery percentage in bars. It goes 4 greens and then 1 red. And if I use pedal assist 3, I can usually get a good 50 kilometers before it goes red. And that's my trip right there. This is how much I've gone so far, 56, 53. And since I cleared the average, it's cleared off right now. And then you see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 assists. 0, when you do 0, nothing. You can touch the thumb as much as you want, and nothing happens on 0. So it's like a safe feature. And if you have any other numbers, once you hold the brakes down, it also kills the motor part. Oh, I also have a front light by holding this down. It dims this, but it turns on my light. So I don't know if you can see it in the sunlight, but the light's on right there. And it's also on in the back. It's flashing now, but you can't, and it also, when I pull the front or rear brakes, it also goes red in the back, so pedestrians or people know that I'm stopping. Here is my bell. If people are like, just to let them know, whatever. If I'm coming down, if you're on the end rail and they're walking, you let them know that you're behind them. And this is my speaker, the Bluetooth speaker that I have Bluetooth with my phone, so I could have, I could listen to, any kind of radio station I want. It's great. This is my turn signal if I want to go either direction, and this is my emergency. When I hit this once, I got little red lights that flashes on either side, front and back. And if I hit this button one more time, then it makes it like a really emergency, like these things always move. And same with the front, it's like full on emergency. I'm just gonna turn it off. There you go. And of course, you have to have a mount for your phone. It's important if you need directions or, whatever, or if you need, to look at something. Of course, you must pull over, right, if you're going to look at your phone, because I don't encourage people riding their bikes, driving, or whatever on their phone. It's absolutely dangerous. And of course, you can't forget your water. You have to have a water, full thermal, so it keeps it really cold. And if you have hot coffee or hot chocolate, it keeps it hot too, so it's awesome. I've tested it, and I put really ice cold water from where my son lives, and I was in the daytime, middle of the night, I was really thirsty and I wanted really cold water when it was really hot in the summertime, and I realized I had some in there and it was still ice cold. I couldn't believe it. The fenders are nice. I used to wonder, because every time I would ride in a bit of rain, there would always be some water. Now, I told you guys, I would let you guys know, right here, there's a hole. I don't know if you guys can notice it right here, but there's a hole right here. And this lines up on the other side of the wheel when it's up. And every time it rains or a little bit of water, it goes into it. And because it's on a slant like this, right, the water pools in at the feet all the time. And then only when I lift the bike up to carry it downstairs, that's when the water comes out of that hole. And for the longest time, it would rain. I would wonder, where does the water come from? That's where it came from. There's only one tiny issue that I have with this bike. That would have to be the battery doesn't actually line up with the bike. See there? There's a tiny gap. Now some bikes have that, When I first bought a bike, when I first got it, I noticed that. I mentioned to the manager, and she said, there's no problem with it, and there's no problem with the bike, and there's no water that goes in there, so, it's unique to my bike. And at least that way I know it's my bike. If anybody ever says that, there you go. But apart from that, everything else is awesome. It's easy to ride. It's enjoyable. It's relaxing. Even riding in the rain is relaxing. I also have two particular helmets that I use.